Hello, and glad to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about lessons learned from industry leaders when it comes to building businesses online. And I thought of this because there's just so many things that I've learned, and I just want to make sure that people that are just starting online know kind of something to help them get started and help get going. So I have a list down here and I have a list over there on my other screen. I'm primarily going to use my list here that I have in front of me though. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to talk about personal profiles, and people are primarily coming in and doing personal profiles. And because everybody at this point doesn't always get a business page or start a business page. So I wanted to give you some important lessons learned that my mentors speak about, other leaders speak about, as far as things that just a few things that I can share with you about having a good personal profile. And and then we'll go from there. So as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about this topic. And, chime in anytime. Let me know what you know. And I'll continue to share what I know and what I've learned from leaders. And I've learned so much that I think all it can do is help and help you to be able to attract those people to you that you truly want to attract. So let me introduce myself. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get their um, can't even get it out. Sorry, to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. So my lips are really dry. I put something on them already, and my throat is dry too. So let me just take a swig. Maybe that'll get rid of that. Anyway, so like I said, I'd like to talk about personal profiles because that's what I've seen a lot of people. Everybody doesn't have a business page. When I started out, I learned about a personal profile, and this was so many years ago, and also a business page. And that was because I was learning to run ads, and that's what I did initially. That's how I started to learn. And the company that I, chose to chose to join. So I've got a list here. Let me stick to this list. And like I said already, we're talking about personal profiles. And I don't want to overpower you with information, so it's going to be, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet so that you can have this information and just think about it and consider it. And maybe you already have. And if you have already figured this out, then, if you would just bear with me as I talk to those who have not, those who are, kind of going, okay, so what's next, or what should I do, and that kind of thing. So, as far as personal profile is concerned, that is where a lot of people have friends, family, but it's also a place where you can talk about particular things that you have interest in. And that is one of the things I have listed here. And I have them called 5 pillars where you have certain content that you talk about and that you can talk about pretty much all the time. So for me, it's, my 5 have to do with my business and streams of income because I have more than one business. And I talk about my other business. So I talk about those two. So that's 3 things. I talk about my family, much to my sons, not really liking that and putting pictures up. So I don't really do a lot of that with them. But every now and then they'll, it's okay with them, but they prefer not to be, plastered, if according to them, all over. And then the other one is dealing with mindset, which includes inspiration, and other things like that that can help you to be more aware of yourself, because our mindset is truly important. So those are the things that I like to talk about, and I could talk about for, forever. I could talk about my family forever. I could talk about my business and how I started, and then I can talk about, why now I know how good it is to have streams of income, and, other aspects of those things. So for you, it may be different depending on your life and the things that interest you. That's the five content pillars that I wanted to share. And like I said, those are mine. Yours may be different. And then the other thing is, when you have a personal profile, you have the ability, the right to decide if you want to have it open or not. And when I say open, I mean so that other people that may hear something that you're saying in a live video, in a post, in stories, and so on, and so they might want to take a look at what it is that you really do, and so most people will go to your personal profile to check you out. So when they do that, you want to have information there that, you don't mind sharing. And so for me, when I first started out, I had my business page open as well as my personal profile, because I wanted people to be able to see without having to get special permission what I was about, and posting about certain things. What do I post about? So that's what I do, and I think that that is something that industry leaders have recommended. In each of the companies that I'm in, it's been said, if you really want to put yourself out there and start to build your network, start to grow your audience, it's important that people are able to find out what they want about you without you knowing all the time. So they may just want to go take a look at your personal profile because something that you said or something that you did or whatever, and that could be in a live video or not. So let me move on. So we've talked about having your personal profile open. So, and that's recommended. It's a lesson that I've learned, and it's a lesson that uh, leaders have learned as well. The other thing here, excuse me, is to make sure to share you with people, and that's, a part of, you could look at that as a part of the five pillars. You want to be able to, and one of my mentors last night said this, and she's been saying this all along, and others have been saying it as well, but it was about, what do people really want to see when they are, coming to your page? They want to be able to see you, so that your face is important, your talking is important, what you say is important, what you have on your page lets people know the kind of person you are, and then they can make a decision if they maybe are interested enough that they want to learn to know you, like you, and trust you. So it's that's why it's important to share you and what it is that, that makes you different, makes you unique. Because, and this, she just said this again last night, how important it is to have you out there, you being you, so that people, I mean, whatever it is, just be um uniquely you, and that's really important. So, okay. And then the other thing that I have. So that's one, two, three, four. Let's four is a lot of people put a lot of information about their company on their personal profile. They have their products there, they have their services there, and that's all it seems like they talk about. But people need to know more than that. And so I don't put any of those things on my personal profile. Put things on there like the five things that I mentioned, and it's very important. And this is something that I've learned also. It's important to have curiosity, so you can do curiosity posts. You instead of having everything plastered of what you sell, of what you sell all over your personal profile. If you would use if you would use curiosity, I mean, even with yourself, there are things that you may be watching a movie and you really there's something about the movie that just keeps you there, and you wouldn't think that it would, but you were like just looking at something, and then you don't want to leave to even go get a drink of water because you don't want to miss something. You want to be able to use curiosity to let people kind of go, so what's going to happen? So what does that mean? Or, so what is she talking about? It sounds good, but what is it? So you want to always have some amount of curiosity so that people will, you know, i- i- it's just when you lay everything out there, then there's like, why hang around? Especially if you say it in the first few sentences, why hang around? you know, why I can go somewhere else and see what else other people have, instead of them staying focused on what it is that you're doing and what it is that you may have that may be able to help them with whatever it is that their problem is. You may be the solution to their problem by giving them information that they need. Okay, and then this is the last thing, and I want to be mindful of our time. Um, Focusing on the benefits of those things is another thing that's important to do. When you focus on the things that, um, when you focus on the benefits of whatever it is that you want to talk about, and like I've already talked about curiosity posts, you want to be able to not just put everything out there, but you want to give some benefits. Like if I had, gosh, if I was talking about a product of mine, what I would do is say, I'm so glad that I found such and such. I used to have, let's talk about pain. Pain is something that you have to be careful with using, depending on, what you're talking about. But in my story, I can say that I have pain, and it's something that I thought I would never get rid of. And so I'm excited to finally not have chronic pain. I have pain that comes and goes, but I don't have the constant chronic pain that I used to have because of, this one particular product. And I'm so glad that I found it, or something, or you may not even say product. You might even say I found something that helps me to relieve that pain that I had daily, something like that. So you want to be able to focus on the benefits. And I used pain because that is one of the major things that I've had to deal with for a while and have found something that helps me. But yours may be something else. Yours may be weight loss. It may be, coaching. It may be, um, it could be a lot of different things depending on what you're trying to help someone with. So I hope that these five things that I've talked to you about your personal profile help. I hope that you take it and that you use the information, because if you've got like I've said, earlier, I'm not going to repeat because mindful of your time and mine. But it's just important um, to be able to have people take a look at what it is on your page and determine if they like you or if they want to get to know you, like you, and trust you or not. And people do that by what they see on your personal profile, on live video. There's some people that do a lot of lives on their personal profile. And they just do a little quick little something where they're talking about something, and that's okay. That's the way they do it. And then there's also, as they do that, then they also do posts and stories that talk about, them as a person, that talks about those 5 things that they could talk about forever. And I remember when I first said that, I heard that, that you can talk about the 5 things that you can talk about, like forever ad nauseum, or you can talk about forever and help someone out. So I hope, like I said, that this was helpful to give you a different way to look at your personal profile. If you've got stuff all over it, for your company, you need to think more about you, because you're the person that people will join. And so I'm going to go on and leave it at that. If you have questions about anything that I've said, or you want to make a comment, I'm not saying anything right now, but whether were catching this live or on the replay, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know if anything that I've said actually truly helps you to be able to see another way that you can use your personal profile, or however, if you've even been using your personal profile. So I think that is it. So wherever you are in the world, I hope that all is well, and that you did get something to help you with some of the things that you're thinking about as you're building your business online. So I think that, yeah, that's, sorry, that's it. So I'm going to go on and get off here, and take care. And I will be live again on Thursday at 12 noon. And I just remember what I want to say. We are on Clubhouse today, and we're talking about something interesting, something that might help you. So join in and check us out on Clubhouse today. For me, it's 5:30 Central Daylight Saving Time. So you can look that up in Google and see what that is for you. And come and have a look, and hear us, what we share with the people that come, and what we help them with. We help people that are online building their businesses. And so that's one of our main focuses. So, all right, I'm going to go on and get out of here. Talk soon. Bye now.